ChatGPT's sensational rise to stardom has been nothing short of incredible. But Google's newly optimized Bard chatbot is here, and it's threatening to displace ChatGPT as the most advanced AI chatbot in the world. Join us in today's video as we explore the extraordinary capabilities of this phenomenal chatbot and how it compares to ChatGPT. When Google first launched the Bard AI chatbot a few months ago, it didn't generate the type of reaction the company had expected. In fact, the process triggered negative PR and caused the company's share price to tank by 8%. In a nutshell, the launch was a tragedy, with the feature ad even showing a false answer from the chatbot. All of this combined placed Google Bard behind other prominent AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Bing Chat. But following a couple of upgrades and a successful reintroduction at the recent I/O Developers Conference, Google Bard has emerged as ChatGPT's main competition. Before we delve into how it works, let's give a brief overview of this intuitive chatbot and the technology behind it. Google Bard is a creative AI chatbot built to interact with people through natural language models and machine learning. It's completely free to use, and like ChatGPT, it's available in 180 countries across the world. What makes Bard really superior is its boundless knowledge. While ChatGPT's understanding is confined to data up until September 2021, Bard transcends this limitation, offering a limitless understanding of historical events, even beyond 2021. In addition, Bard is connected to the internet in real time and powered by Palm 2, a new and intuitive language model with improved multilingual reasoning and coding capabilities. We'll provide more details into the coding abilities of the Bard AI-powered chatbot later, but for now, let's check out some of its basic functions. As expected, one of the primary functions of Google's Bard AI chatbot is to facilitate search on the internet. And to try it out, I'm going to be asking the chatbot about a recent incident, as this would enable me to test its knowledge of events after 2021. Everyone probably heard of the SpaceX rocket that went up in flames a few months ago, but let's pretend that somehow I don't know about it. So, in the chat box, I can ask something like, what was the name of the last SpaceX rocket that exploded? We have to endure a bit of waiting time here, but eventually, the chatbot produces an impressive answer. From reading the first sentence, we know that the ruined spacecraft is a Starship rocket, but it goes one step further to provide the exact date when the explosion happened and other relevant information such as the launch site, the potential long-term usage of Starship rockets, and what SpaceX plans to do going forward. This is such a robust response that covers every detail about the crash, and it presents it in a way that is crisp and easy to understand. So, even if you were on the moon when the incident happened, you can easily get a grasp of a particular event that happened while you were away, simply by asking Bard questions instead of scouring the internet and reading tons and tons of text. Admittedly, ChatGPT has this feature as well, but it has not been released to the general public yet, and don't forget that ChatGPT has very little or no understanding of events that happened after 2021. In fact, when we put the same question to ChatGPT, it returned obsolete information. As of my last knowledge update in September 2021, the last SpaceX rocket to experience a significant failure during a launch was the Falcon 9 rocket, carrying the CRS-7 Dragon spacecraft, which exploded on June 28, 2015. However, please note that there may have been subsequent incidents that occurred after my knowledge cutoff date. Comparisons like this are what makes Google Bard superior to ChatGPT, but it really doesn't stop there. Bard can also be used to generate summaries of any web page of your choice. For instance, to compare a summary of this article by VentureBeat comparing ChatGPT and Bard chatbot, we can ask a question like, could you write the summary of this article? Followed by the link to the web page. The chatbot automatically utilizes its internet access to visit the website and craft a detailed summary of its content. This particular feature is quite useful, especially when you don't have time to read long-form articles about complex subjects. You can just input the link into the Bard, and you'll get a summary that can be read within a few seconds or minutes. For instance, if we can ask Bard to summarize the last Harry Potter in one sentence, as usual, the chatbot returns an answer. But if you'd like to inquire more about it, Google Bard also has a special feature that allows you to Google the topic. This can be accessed by scrolling to the bottom of the answer and clicking on the Google It option. When you do this, Bard displays normal Google search results that are related to your prompt. For this question, Bard returns 3 Google search results related to the topic. If we click on the first search result, which takes us to another web page showing the Wikipedia page of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows and other related results. So, from a simple search prompt, you can probe and surf as much as you want until you find the exact answer you want. Another significant advantage of Google's Bard AI over ChatGPT is the voice input feature. So, rather than type out the question, you can enter using the microphone. The quality of the result is the same. Not to mention that it saves plenty of time. Unlike ChatGPT, Google Bard has a feature that allows users to export a response in 2 clicks. You can even export to Gmail and Google Doc. So far, we've tested Google Bard with simple questions and easy tasks, and so far, it has performed incredibly well. But what if we increase the difficulty level a bit by asking more technical questions? Would it be able to keep up? Let's find out. For instance, if I'm looking to visit rare places in Tokyo, I can input a prompt like, I am planning a trip to Tokyo. What are the little-known places I can visit? Understandably, Google Bard takes a bit more time to gather its response, but when it finally arrives, it gives a brief description of what the city is like, followed by a list of lesser-known districts that will tickle the fancy of any tourist. This list includes Yanaka, Shimokitazawa, Gotokuji Temple, and several others. What makes it even more interesting is that each district is accompanied by a short description of what tourists will enjoy if they visit the location. Even for an insatiable tourist like me, results like this makes my decision easier. During Google's I/O Developers Conference, the company boasted that the Bard AI chatbot can now collaborate with humans on tasks like code generation, code debugging, and explaining code snippets in 20 different programming languages. This includes C++, Java, Python, Kotlin, and even Google Sheets functions. So, for instance, if I'm new to programming, Bard can help me write my first Python code, and I don't even have to do much. All I need to do is ask the right questions in any of the 3 supported languages, which includes English, Japanese, and Korean. Let's say I'm looking to create a special move in chess. I can just click in the Bard chat box here and ask, how would I use Python to generate the anchor's mate move in chess? Within seconds of clicking the enter button, the Google Bard returns a Python script to create the anchor's mate chess move. But more interestingly, the system formats the code nicely, making it easier for me to read and understand it. But, as we all know, programming can be quite technical for newbies, and some concepts will be difficult to understand regardless of how well the code is formatted. In cases like this, I can simply ask the system to explain the function of any line of code. For example, we can ask Google Bard to explain what the function of chess.board is in the Python script that it supplied earlier. And, as you can see here, it returns a super helpful text explaining the specific role of chess.board in the script. Aside from this, Google Bard also provides relevant citations and links to the source of every code it provides. And even if you have a code written already, Google Bard can help you optimize it. Again, using the anchor's mate Python script as reference, I can ask a question like, how would I improve this code? And it returns brilliant suggestions like list comprehension, creating a function, and using a generator. But what if I want to combine all these recommendations into one single code block? Let's see what the outcome is. Within seconds, Bard rebuilds the code based on the suggestions it provided earlier, and with a single click, I can move this code from Google Bard chatbot to a workflow like Collab. And according to reports, Google plans to optimize the system in the coming months by adding the ability to report to run code on the Bard platform in partnership with Replit. But of course, the system isn't perfect yet. Google admits that the product is still in its testing phase. And while most of the results are impressive, there's a tendency that it might return less satisfactory answers. But apparently, there's a way around it. As standard, Google Bard generates 3 answers for each question. So, if you don't like the first version, you can click on the View Other Draft option and the version that suits your question best. To be fair, ChatGPT can actually generate multiple answers to the same question, but the difference is Google Bard does it automatically. Overall, the reintroduction of Google Bard AI Powered is a breath of fresh air, not just for chatbot products, but for the entire tech industry as a whole. It extends our realm of possibilities in ways that we cannot even comprehend, but more importantly, it promises to change the way information is sourced on the internet. What do you make of the newly upgraded Google Bard AI chatbot? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos like this one.